So guys, so I just wanted to do a quick history video on what's about to happen and what's going on with the Ninja and the whole situation. So like 5 years ago, I'm not really too sure how many years ago, but 5 or 6 years ago, I had a red Honda Civic hatchback and I had a blue Ninja 250. This was before I had the K-swap. This was way before I had the K-swap. There's this guy named Kels on the internet who had the K-swap. That's who I got that from, but we'll get to that. So, I had the blue Ninja 250. I don't know if a lot of people remember my blue Ninja 250, but I went and got that bike for 500 bucks. I got it because somebody couldn't fix it. I went and fixed it, didn't have a title. So I'm riding with TL and Melvin one day, and TL and Melvin were both trying to encourage me because they both got 600s. At this time, TL did have a CBR 600, and he was like, "You need to get you a 600 and just sell the Ninja 250 and take the money and go get a 600. I know somebody who's got a 636. You'll like it." A few days pass by. Guy contacts me with a 636, and he's like, "I'll take $1,600 for it if you really want it." And I was like, "I can get $2,500 for the Ninja, no problem." So I sold the Ninja for $2,500. Went and bought the 636. Me and Melvin went and picked it up at an AutoZone parking lot over near Highland. So getting the bike home, rode it home with no water in the system at all. It was so close to the house. Literally drove the bike to the house. It didn't even overheat. Didn't even have water in the radiator. Radiator crack was the size of my hand. So I got the bike home. Replaced the radiator. Found a crack in the stator cover housing. And my grandfather, his name's Glenn. My grandfather, he does a lot of work at factories. He's a maintenance technician. He was like, "I can fix that." So me and my grandpa took the bike apart, fixed what we seen what was wrong with it. I put a new clutch on it, new clutch cable, M4 exhaust. I painted the fairings, painted the tank, fixed the dent in the tank. Rode the bike. Loved the bike. Had the bike, loved the bike. Unfortunately, my friend TL, who helped me get the motorcycle, lost his life in a motorcycle crash. And I got really depressed. I got in my feelings. I didn't want to ride the motorcycle anymore. And it sat in the living room. I wasn't going to sell it. It just sat there. And then one day, on the internet, this kid Kels popped up with whatever his name is, popped up with the K24 swap Honda Civic. I had to have it. You know me with Hondas, I had to have it. I immediately messaged him. I said, "Come get this Ninja out of my living room, and I'll give you a Honda Civic too." So I traded the red Honda Civic hatchback and the 636 for the K-swap, which I still have to this day. And I regretted the decision for years. I tried to find the bike 2 or 3 years after owning the Honda, trying to buy it back. The owner at the time was a Mexican guy, didn't want to sell it to me. Completely restored the entire bike. This bike, by the way, only had 6,000 miles on it. And if you know anything about Kawasaki 636s that year, that bike was worth about $10,000. At the time. Still worth about $10,000. So I traded him, and I just wanted the bike back. I couldn't find the bike. So I got a phone call a couple days ago. Tow yard calls me. They're like, "Are you Joseph Johnson?" I'm like, "Yes, sir. We have one of your previous owned vehicles here. We're trying to track down the current owner. Did you used to own a Kawasaki 636? I was like, "Yeah, that's my old bike." It got stolen and fucking totaled. I mean, when I say this bike got totaled, I mean this bike is fucking totaled. I mean, I'm surprised that the frame didn't break and the engine's still good. Both rims took the complete impact. The bike was slid, and what I think happened to the bike slid into a curb or a wall because the rim smacked something, enough impact to break both front and back rims. Break them damn near in half. So tomorrow I'm going to the tow yard to pick the Ninja up, and that will begin the second time that I have worked on this bike. For some reason, the Mexican guy removed the extension, had the rims powder coated, and changed the complete paint job to a green scheme. So it was green and white. And then when it was stolen, they spray painted it white. So now I'm gonna have to order new fairings, new wheels, a couple other parts that we're gonna have to find and source. But the cool thing about the Ninja 600 community, they're so helpful. Mini bike community, they're kind of cool. You gotta pick and choose your friends in the mini bike community, because those dudes are dickheads, and you gotta think there's a bunch of young kids. Most people who build mini bikes are kids, man. And you're gonna deal with a bunch of kids working on mini bikes. It's just gonna happen. And they're young, and they just got an attitude. You're young, you know. Everybody had an attitude when they were young. So I get that, but the older 6300 guys that actually have ride time and actually know how to ride a motorcycle, they're all helping out. And everybody on the forum of the ZX6RR forum is familiar with my bike, because I built this bike on the forum 5-6 years ago. So everybody on the forum's like, "You got your bike back, you got your bike back." So everybody from Texas, Las Vegas, California, Milwaukee, there's just a couple other states. I have a couple friends in with GSXRs, 0304s, 636s. These are two bikes that go in hand, because if you're a motorcycle collector, you know that a 03, 04 Gixxer and Zixxer is just gold. It's gold. You can't find them, and if you do find them, they're mint condition, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 with low miles. And I was fortunate enough to find my bike, and the guy was like, "I will sell it back to you because it's your bike, and I'm not a mechanic. I don't know nothing about fixing it, and I'd like to see it get fixed again." And I was like, "Dude, I got a YouTube channel. You can watch the YouTube, and I'll build it." So that's how I acquired this bike. That's how I got my bike back. Because a lot of people have been asking, "How did you get your bike back?" And when I get the bike, and I'm gonna go live Friday, and I'm gonna show you guys the extent of the damage and what all we got to do. I'm gonna break down the whole process. We're gonna rebuild the entire bike on YouTube, on Facebook. I'm gonna show you how to build a bike. You know, it's not hard. And I'm gonna redo it exactly how it looked when it left. And I'm gonna probably keep it forever now, because, like I said, I regretted selling this motorcycle. It's the worst regret that I have in my entire life, other than not going with my mom on Valentine's Day. Them are the two regrets in my life: selling my bike and not going with my mom. And other than that, I'm just saying, wishing you luck. If anybody knows, anybody with some sport bikes, some old school sport bikes, or anybody with a motorcycle shop that would possibly have some leftover parts laying around from the 2000s, or just some motorcycle parts laying around. You know, somebody with some old motorcycle rims laying around. They might be these wheels, because this was a motorcycle that was very common in the 2000s. And especially in like 2010, 2012, they were everywhere. Everybody had one of these as a stunt bike. It's a very common stunt bike. So we're just gonna take it one day at a time. I'm not gonna rush myself with this build. I have already been rushing myself, and I don't even have the bike. I don't even have a motorcycle, and I've pretty much found everything and sourced everything out. Unfortunately, we gotta ship everything, but finding it is better than not finding it, I guess. So you guys stay tuned for that. Like I said, I'm pretty much done with the mini bike. It just needs an exhaust. I'm not taking it to M Muffler Shop until I'm done with the 600. When I'm done with the 600, we'll take the mini bike to get the exhaust done, because I need something to ride. I'm not gonna not have anything to ride. So. Also, update on the Civic. Got the head gasket, got the water pump, got the timing belt, blah, 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 blah. Now I just got to save up money to fix the Civic. So Trevor will do that. That's something that I'm not even going to try to attempt to do yet. I just wanted to tell you guys the history of the ZX6R and tell you how I got the 636. And I'll actually let you know more history about it Friday when I get it. It's actually not a 636. And there's going to be people that know motorcycles going to try to argue, but I got the title. There's actually two different years. There's a 03 and a 04, and there's two different models both years. There's a 599, which is the track 636, and the 636 street version that they sold to customers. You could get the track spec, but you had to pay an extra $10,000 in 2003 and 2004 when the bike was at the motorcycle store. So basically, you have a track version with forged pistons, key here, forged pistons, and you have the regular road version, 636, more cc's, a little bit faster, a little bit more torquey, but not forged internals. I have the 599 with the forged internals. And there's two key differences between these bikes. One goes 180, the other one does 220. So you can say that one's faster than the other torquey, but you have to tune the 636 to get it to go 210. So without a more Mafia flash tune, you're not going to go 210 on a 636. But on a 599 on a stock tune, you'll do 210, 220. So there's that, and I'll let you guys know more history on the bike when we get it, when we figure it out. I'm going to break it down and show you the title and show you what you're going to expect if you're going to build an older street bike and an older Kawasaki or Suzuki or Yamaha. I'm going to just break it down for you and show you step by step. And I'm going to tell you, like I tell all my friends, don't be afraid to buy a project. Don't be afraid to buy something that's broken. Don't be afraid to pick something up that somebody has damaged, as long as you think, hey, I could probably fix this. Two key things. Does it run? And is the frame broken? As long as those two things aren't broken, I say wrench it. I say grab a wrench, grab some tools, and fix it. And if you can't fix it, hit me up and bring it to my motorcycle shop and pay me and I'll fix it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll leave y'all alone. Touchdown with me Friday, 8 o'clock, 8-ish, 8 p.m. I'm going to get on here and go live and bring the bike out, and we'll be in my living room, and I'm going to take the rims and tires off, and we'll order some shit off of eBay together. Let's go.